I finished my spring puzzle mystery quilt from Cotton Cuts. These are the mini puzzle mystery quilts that Cotton Cuts recently started doing. This is just their second time doing it. And I think it turned out pretty cute. So I'm going to show you a little bit of this quilt coming together, but it's going to be very different than what I have done in the past. Because this time I'm just going to show you little bitty clips of it all coming together, but I'm mainly going to talk to you about why I started quilting. But before I get into all that, I want to talk to you about me. So my name is Fallon and my channel here is So Be It Quilts. On my channel, you will find unboxings of sewing and quilting subscription boxes. You'll also find tutorials and you'll also find reviews of different sewing notions and quilting supplies. So if that is something that might interest you, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button. All right, so back to what I was talking about. So the reason I quilt is because I actually have pretty intense anxiety sometimes. I say sometimes, but let me just explain. When I turned 16, everybody kind of expected me to get my driver's license, like a lot of teens usually do. They're very excited about it, but not me. Driving pretty much terrified me, and not in the way where I was kind of, you know, a normal apprehension about something new. It is still very hard for me to drive. I actually didn't get my driver's license until I was 21, and the only reason I did was because I was living in Florida at the time. I was just graduating from college and I was getting ready to move out to California. And in California, I found out on the driver's test, you have to parallel park. And I was like, no, that is not going to happen. So I went ahead and got my driver's license in Florida and took the test there. If I'm thinking about driving somewhere new, my heart rate goes up so high because I just get so worked up. I've mentioned before that I homeschool my kids and I wanted to take them to this farm a few years ago, and I still think about it a lot because I studied maps online. I looked at all the roads I would go on. I kind of memorized all the turns, and this is just something that I would do to feel more comfortable with the drive. But even thinking about it, I felt my heart rate going up. I started getting really heavy in my chest and my arms start feeling weird. It almost feels like you're having a heart attack. I would get so worked up. And even with all of the prep work I did with looking at the drive, when we got there, finally, we just had to sit in the car for a little bit so I could calm down. I brought snacks for the kids, prepared everything ahead of time to make sure, you know, that they could just have something to do while waiting for me to calm down. So quilting, because my anxiety doesn't just revolve around driving, I can also get in my head about different things going on. Like right now with, you know, gas prices of everything going up, and, you know, just everyday things. Like if my husband is going to the store and I know it takes 20 minutes to get there, 20 minutes to get back, and I know he's just grabbing a few things, I'll start thinking, why isn't he back yet? Why isn't he back yet? And it doesn't have anything to do with, you know, anything other than me thinking bad thoughts like maybe he got in a car accident or maybe this happened. But if I have something to work on like this, and you know, you can't let your mind wander too much if you are cutting out 3.5 inch squares and want them to be precise. So it has really helped me cope and keep my mind busy and not let it wander to things that make me anxious. So if you do any crafting or anything that helps you cope with your anxiety and you feel comfortable commenting about it down in the comment section, I'd love to hear what your tips are and what has helped you along the way, because I am always, especially with driving, because I can't quilt while I'm driving. I haven't figured out a way yet. I would always like to hear those different tips that any of you have that know what this is like. All right, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.